Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 replay cast. Today it's a 2 vs 2 on Phantom Grove between our first team that consists of the Red Night Elf player, Wearefoals, and the Red Orc player, Kodos Forsaken, as we have the allied colors on. And down at the bottom, our other team is Tancipodlunoi, and up top, we have our Teal Orc player, GoodStory97. And it is Phantom Grove, a map I don't get to cast that often, as it doesn't come up that often. And loaded with creeps, loaded with expansions. Always a fun map to cast, though. And speed this up to the 2-minute mark. All the heroes come out, all the good stuff starts to happen. Looks like we have a Farseer for Teal, which is interesting.
I must safeguard the land.
As you don't see that every day. And a Keeper of the Grove start for Night Elf. And starting with that Infernal, and then just sort of running away from it.
Stand and deliver.
Just so that he can get the Assassin and
Our
the
sacred
Murloc
grove is
Huntsman.
being desecrated.
And some interesting mercenaries on this map, all kinds of fun stuff. And a Wisp gets caught by the Shadow Priest here. And Blade Master. And Mountain King for the other team. So some fairly interesting starting heroes. And Keeper of the Grove gets instantly surrounded there by Militia. And now the Farseer, so really well done. In that aspect there. And both of them going home using a town portal in the first couple minutes of the game. Really well played by the Mountain King and Militia. So I say interesting starting heroes just because Mountain King usually isn't picked first, although Blade Master is, but the Farseer rarely used. Keeper of the Grove usually never picked first. And Mountain King gets Mantle of Intelligence +3 at the top there. And Blade Master picks up Boots of Speed, Circle of Nobility, also has a Gauntlets of Ogre Strength.
Your building is complete.
Forest Troll goes down, and now going on the Giant Frostwolf, is going to take a lot of damage before that goes down.
Stand and deliver.
And even more creeps, mercenaries rather, have been purchased. The Huntsman and the Assassin again are going to be sporting quite a bit of these Assassins.
Your building is complete.
And Foles here. Let's surround the Farseer again. And loses the Farseer this time.
An allied champion is fallen.
And now all the mercenaries are in on this. From Tansy here. And Mountain King really low, but can't teleport out of there. And now the Keeper of the Grove gonna get taken out as well. So this is definitely a replay on how to surround a hero with human. And teleports to the Orc base intentionally so they can grab the Healing Salve and Clarity Potion. And so far, Orc and Night Elf team not doing particularly good. And
Our
lots
warriors
of
have engaged the enemy.
talking for our red team here. And uses the scroll speed to run back. And gonna go after the Assassin now. We will take that down. The rest of them shadow meld away. And so this is really well done so far with Foles. And just calling Militia and using the whole squad of footmen and Militia to surround hero there. Playmaster takes a entanglement. A little bit of extra damage on that. You know, a brewmaster for our Night Elf. The second hero. And Mountain King moving across the map and maybe going after the direwolf camp here. And looks like that will be the case. A replenishment potion for the Mountain King. And direwolf will go down here shortly. And the battle still rages over here. Blademaster just giving him a hard time, keeping him
Your
occupied.
building is complete. Your building is complete.
And Mana Stone for the Mountain King. Very excellent item for him. As long as he keeps
Our
that around.
warriors
25%
have
mana
engaged the
regeneration.
enemy.
Can also use that in an emergency to cast additional Storm Bolts. And now the Warlord camp here will go down for team number 2. And gets a Circlet of Nobility. Now 2 Brewmasters. 1 for each. Shadowhunter now, the second hero for the Orc. And looks like an expansion being built up here. Arcane Vault first to heal up all these units. Looks like a Scroll of Regeneration was used. Also has a Clarity Potion, Replenishment Potion, and the Mana Stone. So this Mountain King is set for a while in terms of
Our
mana.
warriors have engaged
We'll
the
use that all day.
Your building is complete.
And triple towers here, so this is going to be really well defended. And I'm going to speed build that Town Hall. Human now going to be going after the Wraith camp here, but may get caught by the Orc on the way.
Our warriors have engaged.
And that is just the case. Going to finish off this Wraith camp before he heads out of here. And looks like the Wraith actually took one of the footmen. And so one footman possessed and now on the way. And now the Orc is going to be in trouble here. Doesn't have his ally and going to lose the Brewmaster very quickly. And the Farseer not going to make it either. 18 health. Oh, he might actually make it out of there. And here comes the Night Elf, but Night Elf also ill prepared for the situation. Shadowhunter may fall. And so close. Shadowhunter does fall for Forsaken there. And actually Night Elf doing fairly well. Going to be able to push him away a little bit. With the Mountain King and Blademaster not going after the Brewmaster. And Farseer picks out a Wyvern there. A Wind Rider.
Your building.
Actually, I don't know the proper pronunciation of the Wyvern. Wyvern or Wyvern or Wyvern. Who knows? And Mountain King falls there. And Blademaster in a little bit of trouble, but Town Portal's on out of there. That's whatever, but we got the Expo up, and that is true. Did get this Expo going. But now the Orc and the Night Elf can attack this, but that is a lot of towers
Our
to
sacred
attack. Really
grove
only
is being
2
desecrated.
completed at the moment, but several more on the way. And now the tower is vulnerable without that Arcane Vault in the way. Going to be repairing them up, but not going to last very long. These ones won't complete. This one will get finished here, but this is not this is an unfinished scout tower there. So this expansion is going to take a lot of abuse, going to lose a lot of peasants here. And Team Blue and Teal will gain quite a bit of experience from killing all of these peasants here. And I think I heard a level up somewhere along the lines, maybe the Farseer there.
Research finished.
And the Orc expansion now coming up. and several watchtowers as well. So he'll have his expansion for a little while here. Toma Strength +2 for the Blade Master down at the bottom here.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
And Rune Bracers for him as well. So not too bad. They're going to reduce from entanglement and the Brewmaster and such. A couple items drop here. Look, pushing a greater mana and slippers of agility for a good story. And expansion coming up now for Tancipodlunoi.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
And put the Rune Bracers there on the Shadowhunter, as well as the greater healing and greater mana. And Blade Master just going to be cool with Slippers of Agility +3 and a couple Circles of Nobility. Gives him a decent amount of agility there.
Engaged the enemy.
And Warlord Camp will fall. Claws of Attack +6 for the Brewmaster, who already has the Circle of Nobility. Ring of Selling, Claws of Attack, Gauntlets of Overstrength. And I'm going to finish this small Frostwolf camp. Looks like the Farseer are going to back off. You're going to let the Brewmaster try to get level 3. And gets Gloves of Haste there. And will get that level 3.
Your building is research finished.
Toma Strength +2 for the Mountain King. And all the illusions. Flute of Accuracy as well for the Mountain King there, but not going to do him all that much good. The Wind Riders will benefit from that. And Mountain King takes some netting here and will be surrounded. And can he get the surround or not? Needs to move forward a little bit more. Some of those units. And does get the surround. Has a Scroll Town Portal, so we'll be able to make it out of there. Gonna Town Portal to the Orc base. And bail for now. And human, virtually no units on the map except for the Mountain King. So the Flute of Accuracy going to be almost entirely useless for the Mountain King until he's around these Wind Riders. And Tree of Life, you're going to get Town Portal 2. It's going to force both of them away from the human base, which I don't think was a very good idea at all. Could have finished off that base for sure. And now just left it available to repair and remake peasants now. Bat Rider singled out by the Raider nets. And so we'll take a look at the funds here of Foals, and he is very, very low. So can't really quite make too many peasants here, but again, the base was just left alone, and all of this could have been taken out. And even losing this expansion wouldn't have been that big of a deal. I would definitely take a main base and give up one of my expansions to, like I said, to take a main base pretty much any day. Inferno going to go down Crystal Ball for the Tauren Chieftain. Yeah, camp was finished off rather quickly. And he did give that Flute of Accuracy to the Shadowhunter, I do believe. Yeah, indeed. So that he'll always be around these Wind Raiders, which gives him +4 damage, which is pretty significant. And now all kinds of Raiders on the keep here. Doing tons of damage. Does he have Pillage? And he definitely does have Pillage. You can see all of his money going up whenever he's striking buildings. Definitely has Pillage.
We're under attack. complete. Research complete.
Do believe he has pillage anyway. Kind of looked like that was the case. Some watchtowers here coming up, but are gonna get taken out here very quickly. Not much support. Ton of watchtowers here. Too many watchtowers to attack right now there with just that Panda Brewmaster. And Mountain King coming down. And we'll try to defend this situation here. And he might even be able to one-shot this Brewmaster if he sees him in this situation. 220 health. And definitely going to be looking for it. And there he is. And maybe able to just hit him with a Stormbolt and insta-kill him. There he goes, yep. And now Kodo's here in the expansion. And taking out these ancient protectors one after another, but he's going to town portal out of here. Go back to his main base and sab up a little bit here.
Ready to work.
And Foal's running strong here on his expansion. Also remaking the town hall at his main base as well. As there is still about 4,400 or so gold there left in the mine, which is plenty enough to warrant making a new expansion. Playmaster somewhere along the line picked up Cloak of Flames. I said that a little dyslexically backwards in a way. Barseer gets eliminated very quickly there. And a healing ward goes down. 3 circlets of nobility on that Torn Chieftain.
We're under attack.
A little bit too many protectors there. The hero's gonna take too much damage, so they're gonna back off for now. They go after the Keeper of the Grove, because why not? And lots of Moonwells nearby, but not gonna be enough Moonwells. And just too much damage on that Keeper of the Grove. Takes him out. Now the Brewmaster is under attack. Got to get around this side of the base here, but he was hexed. Couldn't quite make it to the Moonwells, and is also taken out. And now Foal's base going strong here. Has the expansion and his main base going again. And again, that's just such a huge, disappointing mistake from our other team that teleported out to their expansion over here in order to save it, but instead they left this base here to simply be rebuilt, essentially, and that was definitely not good. And losing the expansion would not have been as big a deal as losing an entire base.
Ready to ride.
Tiny Great Hall in the hands of the Brewmaster here. He's going to bring it up to the expansion. Already has a few watchtowers on the way.
Work complete. Ready to ride.
Photos now, a couple invisible heroes moving along.
Work complete.
Actually, all of them have invisible heroes. The Mountain King is invisible. The Blade Master, of course, invisible.
Work complete.
You know, the Great Hall there completed at the expansion.
Future is ours.
And we'll start up soon here. Is missing the gold mine in the main base of Good Story. And so he definitely has to expand at this point. And now here comes the noise of the orc. Brewmaster here takes too much damage, gets taken out instantly there. Mountain King and Blademaster combo is pretty good. And Farseer not going to be able to do too much here. Farseer takes a Hex, and Blademaster's going to get him around. Good crit there.
Work complete.
Rather a wind walk. And now Farseer is down as well. All the peons now at the base there. And our remining the Good Story has virtually nothing. 69 gold at the moment. Man, looks like Tancey's looking to do something here, but he has way too many hippogriffs. Way too many hippogriffs. Has 9 hippogriffs, and there really isn't any air to deal with here. There's a troll bat rider there, and that's about it. Stopped making wind riders a while ago, and haven't seen them since. So could use maybe some archers at the very least on those hippogriffs, and turn them into something more useful than just again hippogriffs. Although he is pretty high on food, 62 out of 80, but can't really stress enough, hitting some archers on those hippogriffs would be great, and in any event that those wind riders come back and just simply dismount.
Work complete. Our allied town is being attacked.
And now we're going after the Night Elf base here. Picked up the Ancient Protector very quickly, now going after the Moonwells. And has some raiders in the mix. Now looking at Kodos. No pillage for Kodos. Doesn't look like that is the case. Not making any money from hitting those. And that's going to be GG for our other team. So Kodos Forsaken, Wearefoals the winner. And not a bad game, but just had some bad luck in the beginning for Good Story and Tancey here. So got surrounded multiple times in the beginning, and Wearefoals surrounded multiple heroes at the very start of the game with militia and footmen, and of course with the Mountain King, that stun makes that a lot easier to do, but still easier said than done. But really well played by that team. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this 2 vs 2 game, and as usual, I will see you guys next time.